beautiful, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I am going to do a try-on slash haul of the makeup products that I found from Kmart. Now Kmart has their own house brands, which are OXX, Fifth Avenue. These makeup products ranges from $3 to $10. So without further ado, let's hop right into the makeup look. The first thing that I'm going to try is this Fifth Avenue color correcting primer, and this one is $10. This comes in this luxe looking packaging, but you could clearly tell it's quite cheap. This does not have any information on the packaging, so I guess it's just a primer. It comes out green. Since I have a lot of redness in my face, this would be a great primer for me. It feels like lotion and it comes off white. It feels very moisturizing on the skin. It has a slip to it and it's quite thick, but if you have dry skin, I feel like you would enjoy this. Didn't really make my pores disappear, but it kind of brightened my complexion. And for foundation today, I got the OXX Face Cushion Foundation, and this one is in the shade medium, and this retails for $6, so it's fairly cheap. The packaging is so cute, very colorful. This is what it looks like. Packaging wise, it looks pretty decent. It actually looks expensive. It comes with a huge mirror, a pot. That's the product right there. So I don't know if you get quite a lot of product, probably not. It's very wet and nothing really comes off. I guess you have to really push it, and it has a bit of greasy feeling. This does not say anything about the cushion. I don't know if it's supposed to be long wearing or anything like that. I'm pressing hard and nothing's really coming off. It doesn't give me enough coverage. What it does is it just makes my face wet. Oh, that's a bummer. I was so excited to try this product, and I feel like the sponge soaked up all the product, which is not nice. So I think I'm gonna go and use my beauty sponge instead to see if I could really get in there. It's not covering anything. That's how far I can go with this cushion, because I've dipped in the product so many times and I don't get as much coverage. If anything, it kind of gave me a my skin but better look, but it didn't really entirely cover anything. So I feel like this is a great product for everyday wear if you don't have a lot to cover. But since I have acne prone skin, I have a lot of scarring, so I need like an intense full coverage foundation. But then again, I feel like for everyday wear, and if you're a teenager, this is actually quite a good cushion because it gives you a light coverage as well as even your skin tone. I'll actually try to put it under my eyes to see. It kind of brightened my dark circles if you compare this side to this side, but you could tell that the dark circles are still there. So I think this is a pass for me. Looking in the mirror, it looks like it kind of matches, but I feel like it's quite too neutral for my skin tone since I have very strong yellow undertone. This is a great product, but this is not for me. I should have gotten the foundation, but I couldn't find any shade that matches me. So the next product I have is this Fifth Avenue Contour Duo. Now these are both matte. This is $5, so the contour shade is quite on the red tone, but swatching it, it looks pretty decent. It doesn't look or feel powdery. It's actually very smooth. So I think I'm going to try the highlight first, and the brush picks it up well. There's no kick up. And I'm going to highlight my under eye. Onto the contour, I am going to take the side right here. It's actually pretty good as a bronzer, at least. It's very warm, so I don't see myself contouring with this powder, but that's actually pretty nice. It comes in 3 shades. They have light, medium, and tan, and I got medium because tan is a little bit too dark, and then light is very cool tone. So I don't think that will work for me. I'm going to clean up using the highlight. Just under here. For $5, it's actually pretty decent. You save a lot of money, you get a pigment, and it blends very smooth. into the skin. So the next product I have is this OXX Cosmetics Highlight and Blush Kit, and I got so excited when I saw this. So this one retails for $9, and packaging comes in this tin. It's quite cheaply made because it doesn't close properly, and then when you open it, it's quite hard, but it comes with a huge mirror, and then you get 8 pens. So you get 4 different types of blushes, and then on the top you get sort of like a highlight slash blush topper. And I got drawn into this because of this highlight shade here. So I'm going to swatch this very pink and then this one here. And look how pigmented the blushes are. I mean, come on. This one you can't really see that much because I'm quite tan, so it's hard to see that shade. But this pink though, we'll try the other pink shade. Look at that pigment. It's very smooth. It doesn't have any kickback at all. And moving on to the highlight shade, so I'm going to use my other fingers. So we'll swatch this bronzy shade, this shade right here, and this shade right here. So these are the highlight. The bronzy shade swatches beautifully. This gold shade kind of feels a bit gritty, but swatching them, the highlight, this bronzy shade is very pigmented. This pink shade is, it comes off as kind of like a champagne shade, and the gold shade, I feel like the dud because it feels very gritty. It doesn't swatch beautifully onto the skin. So I'm quite interested on how it will look on the cheek. So for blush, I think I am going to try mix this shade right here with this shade so it's not too much. When you use a brush to pick up the product, it has quite a lot of fallout. Oh, that's pretty. I'm focusing more on this kind of like peachy shade, so it doesn't really swatch pretty on the skin, but once you put it in your face, it blends beautifully. It has quite a lot of sheen to it. I think I'm gonna go more onto the pink now. See? Oh, it's so pigmented. I feel like I put too much. Okay, very light hand on these two vibrant shades right here because you definitely get more. But they're very pigmented. They look pretty nice on the skin, though it has a little bit of sheen. So if you have a lot of texture like I do, like it kind of highlighted my pitted scars right here. For the highlight, I'm going to try this kind of champagne color. So it kind of picked up. That is very stark silver right there. It's very harsh. You can't really see it in the camera because the light, it looks very silvery. It's not fine. I think I'm going to try the gold one. Oh, that's a lot. Okay, so the gold one swatches on the hand very chunky, but if you put it in the face, it actually looks decent, though it kind of doesn't look natural at all. Not chunky, it looks a bit patchy, like I have like an empty spot right here. Fairly decent highlight. For $9 you get these two, so you get 8 shades, so it calculates down to like 75 cents per pen, I think. If you're on a budget and you want like a good blush highlight palette, I reckon get this one. So now for an eyeshadow palette, I only got this one, and this is $3. It's from the same brand as the blush and highlight palette, and this is the quad eyeshadow in champagne. So it has a very cool tone gray, but I'm interested to try more of these two right here, especially this shade. Oh my god, that is so pretty. So that's it right there. So pretty. And then I will swatch the kind of like olive shade. Oh, they feel so smooth on my fingers and buttery. So I'm going to try the matte shades. Oh my goodness, the matte shades are pigmented as well. and they're not chalky. They actually feel soft to the touch. And for $3, this is a pretty good quad. I'm going for a more autumnal look today. So since this does not have a transition shade, I'm actually gonna go back to the contour shade and use the contour as my transition shade. To kind of deepen up the look, I'm going to try and use this gray eyeshadow and focus it more on like the actual crease and the outer V. It's very blendable. It doesn't look patchy. It's actually really pretty. And then I'm gonna go back with the transition shade. What I'm going to do is actually maybe try and use a more detailed brush to further define the outer V, because I really want this look to be dramatic. For the base, I'm going to try and use the light shade to kind of clean up this. My goodness, that is so pigmented. This quad would be great to do like a cool tone look, because if you want a matte cool tone look, this is pretty much it. To apply the kind of burgundy red shade, I am going to use my ring finger to really pack on the color. And for the outer V, I am going to use the olive shade using my pinky finger. The green shade doesn't really show up that much. So for the lower lash line, I am going to use the contour shade. With a tiny brush, I'm going to pick up the green shade and pop that in the lower lash line. And then pick up that burgundy shade towards the inner part. And for brow bone highlight, I'm going to use that matte shade from the palette. For inner corner highlight, I'm going back to the highlighting palette, and I am going to use the shade right here. So for lips today, I have two, I think this is lip gloss. It smells like caramel. So Crimson is that shade right there. It's quite pigmented. And Barely There is just a nude, and it smells like caramel. Also, both of them are lip gloss. So for this look today, I feel like I'm going to use maybe Crimson, but if I don't like it, I might put on Barely There. So again, this is more of a metallic lip gloss. So if you have a lipstick underneath, I reckon it would be cool. So this is the look with Crimson. I actually quite like it, but I feel like nude is the way to go because there's already too much going on in the eyes, and I'm actually obsessed with the eye makeup today. So I think I'm going to use Barely There instead because it's more of like a pinky nude. And it's like my lips but better. And these glosses are amazing. One, they're $3. Two, they smell like caramel. And three, they don't feel very sticky at all. And it's actually quite comfortable on the lips. This is my final look using all makeup products from Kmart. Quick rundown of my favorites. My top favorite would have to be the eyeshadow. I honestly did not expect anything from a $3 eyeshadow quad, but oh my goodness, the pigmentation is on point. It's very blendable. Second favorite would have to be the lip glosses because again, they're very pigmented for $3. They feel very nice on the lips. My third favorite would have to be the contour duo from Fifth Avenue. Again, they are very blendable, very smooth to the touch, and very pigmented. The next favorite would have to be the OXX Cosmetics Highlight and Blush Kit. Again, you get a lot for $9, and the fact that it comes with a mirror and a bunch of highlighter, I feel like the highlighters are alright. They're not the best highlighters out there, but I will definitely give it to the blush because oh my goodness, it's very pigmented. It's very blendable. My least favorite would have to be the primer and the cushion. The primer I would say is great for very dry skin. It's great also if you have rosacea or if you have redness because it does actually brighten your skin tone. The cushion foundation, this is just a no for me. The thought of it is pretty good for $6. It is actually quite a good product, but if you are after a more full coverage long lasting cushion, this is definitely not for you. And I find that this leaks as well because touching it now, like the grease from the foundation is off the container and it's quite slippy. All in all, I quite like the Kmart makeup, and honestly for the price you definitely are not breaking the bank at all, and you actually find quite a few good gems if you really look into it. So don't let the price discourage you. Definitely try out the products, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel and leave a comment down below if you want to say hi, and I will catch you on my next video. Bye.